Hello and welcome to Stuttgart, the 2007 European City of Sport. Already this year it has welcomed top gymnasts and athletes, and this week plays host to the world's greatest cyclists for the World Road Championships. In the time trial, you're on your own. Your heart bursting, your lungs burning, and the clock ticking. In the road race, be ready to battle. Sharpen your elbows for the cut and thrust. Just keep cool and hang on. Right to the line. Well, the German team can be sure of a passionate support. The crowd has been building here all week. They love their bike racing here on the continent. 59 countries are represented, 500 competitors, all chasing Olympic places and a coveted rainbow jersey. Olympic and world track champion Bradley Wiggins will be hitting the road against the world's best in the time trial. Joining him in the start gate is David Miller, who after a battling display in the Tour de France will also be looking to impress in the road race. Alongside him will be the Isle of Man's sprint king Mark Cavendish, who's enjoyed an incredible debut season on the continent. They'll all have their eyes on world champion Paolo Bettini, though his involvement in this year's event is steeped in controversy. For the women, you won't be seeing Britain's premier road cyclist here. Injury has put paid to Nicole Cook's chances. So the smart money is on the reigning road race champion, an American called Armstrong. Kristen, that is. So the American is certainly one to beat here in our first event, the women's time trial. But Great Britain has a couple of strong challengers. Wendy Hoovenagel just missed out on a medal at the World Track Championships in Mallorca and comes here having hit form just at the right time. What's key to being a good time trialist?
I think physically you've got to have a good power to weight ratio. During a time trial you tend to spend up to maybe 30 or 40 minutes just pedaling as hard and as fast as you can, and so you need to be able to concentrate for that amount of time and not become distracted by anything, which I tend to be quite good at. And I think it's really speed against the clock is what it's all about, and over the past few years I've shown that that's an area that I tend to be quite strong in.
The second British competitor is Zurich-based Emma Pooley. A fearless rider, Pooley punches above her weight and is enjoying being part of this successful British team.
I'm not sure what to expect from the time trial, and I'm certainly not going to say that I want to win it, because I'll look like a prat if I don't.
Well, let's see how the British women get on. As always in our commentary box, Hugh Porter, and sitting alongside him, someone who knows a thing or two about bike racing.
But all eyes and really all interest is on the British champion, Sean Yates.
Yates ready now for his greatest moment.
The leader, Sean Yates, knows he's home and very dry and very happy.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. It's going to be an exciting race, and it's dry at the moment, although they have forecast some wet weather. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
So the circuit, they start here. At the top, actually, the summit of the long uphill finishing straight, and then when they get to the 6 kilometre point, that will be the first intermediate time split, and eventually it will swing right into Oswald Hessstrasse, and that's just over 4 kilometres back to the finish, and it really is all uphill from there. Now then, we may just get the first serious pace setter with this competitor. This is Hanke Kupfernagel of Germany. Now, I have been given the tip from Emma Davis-Jones, who is here, to look out for Kupfernagel, because she's fired up for this, and she is very, very skillful and will fly down the tricky descent.
They certainly should be fired up, riding here in front of a home crowd. I wonder why she's in the first group of riders, which normally contains the lesser-known riders, or the guys that they think don't have such a good chance. But
this is the American competitor, Amber Nebben. Very good road rider, Nebben. Former winner of the Tour de l'Aude and Route de France. She wins time trials regularly, this competitor, in stage races. but can she replicate that kind of performance when it is a pure race against the clock? Now, what would you say the chances are for this lady? 48 years of age, oldest competitor in the race, oldest competitor I can ever remember riding in the World Time Trial Championship. 13 times a world champion, one of the greatest of all.
Certainly impressive, and she's very much like her own late, great Belle Burton in the fact that she's won, I think, 50, 60 national titles during her career.
Now, this is Coop van Argel getting good support.
When she's catching her minute-and-a-half person up there, I just thought in front, she's keeping a good cadence even though it's uphill, and that shows that she's going well, you know, to keep a good cadence on the uphill means you're strong.
Well, that should be Lee of China if she's about to bridge the gap to the competitor that started ahead of her. And of course, that is exactly what you want. It's like a pursuit. You get your opponent ahead of you, pulls you out as you reel them back in. Look at the styles here.
Catching two of them.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other one is Monrudi of Thailand. And all that within the space of one lap, which is only 12.5 kilometres. Nebben now in the final meters here then of the opening lap. Let's see whether her time is going to put the Germans' time under threat.
I don't think it is.
So Nebben is the closest then that anybody has got to Coop van Argel, but it's still a country mile off the pace, isn't it? 35 seconds. Right, this is the one we've been waiting for. Now then, this is going to give us a real good idea. Rusikova of the Czech Republic on 26.11, but look at the time here for Coop van Argel. This is very, very impressive. Oh, 1 minute 31 seconds faster. She's got wings on her wheels here, Sean. She's flying.
Yeah, I mean, there's only another 9 minutes or so until the finish, so she's definitely, you know, she knows that it's within sight, and she's got to get it all out in that next 9 minutes to 9-10 minutes.
As we focus here on the first starter in the fourth and final group. Christian Soder of Austria, the current national champion. She's the first now of the concluding group to get underway. So if anybody's going to challenge, it's going to come from this section. Ah, there we are now. That's a chance for us to see Wendy Hupfenagel for the first time. Good encouragement then from the team car. That's the three-quarter distance for Hupfenagel. 26.37, so she's 1 minute and 52 off the pace of Hupfenagel at the moment. Now then, this is the time we want to see. Anke Hupfenagel going to come up and stop the clock. Oh, 34.43.79, 43.5 kilometers an hour, and she's over 2 minutes quicker than her nearest challenger. That is an impressive display of time trialing.
I think that time will stand for quite a while.
Kristin Thorburn here, 38 years of age. Thorburn, she won her first medal ever in the World Championships last year when she got the bronze. So it's a case of everything comes to those who wait, I think, because Thorburn, 38 years of age,
yeah, certainly, yeah,
clinching that first medal, bronze at 37. Final effort then for Nebben. Won't be good enough for a medal, I'm sure. Nebben's time, 35.46, puts her second, 62 seconds shy of the time of Hupfenagel. Defending world champion, here she is. This is Christian Armstrong. Third in the World Championships in 2005, and finally achieved a lifelong ambition by clinching the gold last year in Salzburg. Now then, can she replicate that performance? Soder. She's got the American Nebben's time in her sights.
Going to take that and move up to second slot.
22 seconds off the pace of Hupfenagel, but silver medal position at the moment for Christian Soder of Austria. Now then, here comes Longo. We've been waiting to see the time she's going to put up. Well, it's not going to pressurize Nebben of the United States, but it's got Lee of China under pressure. The Here she comes, the multi-world champion. Longo drives for the line and goes third at this stage. He's the defending world champion. Sense of urgency in her style here, but Koop van Argel's time is out of reach, and Armstrong, the world champion at the moment, is third. 9 seconds off the pace of Koop van Argel. Emma Pooley going well.
And she just seems to be accelerating.
6th place then, so she's moved up a place and pushed Hudakova of the Czech Republic down a spot.
A big gear there, looking very strong and composed.
Soda getting ever nearer to the finish. And the Americans' time is under pressure here. So if that's the case, it means Longo will slip out of a medal spot. And that's exactly what is going to happen. There we go. Soda of Austria then moves into the silver medal position at 41.5 seconds off Koop van Argel. The American Amber Neben is now third. Longo has been pushed down into 4th place. There's one happy lady.
But I would be getting slightly nervous.
Emma Pooley.
She's certainly finishing strong.
Yes, Longo's time is just out of reach. She's going to pressurise Mi Fang Li of China, who at the moment's lying 5th. Where's she going to finish in her debut at the World Time Trial Championships? At the moment, 5th place for Emma Pooley of Great Britain. Well, that's a very good performance, and with the severity of the road course, we can look out then for Pooley as being somebody who will be one of the contestants for a medal. Back with the world champion now, Kristen Armstrong. Armstrong second at the moment, 20.7 seconds off the pace of Hanke Koop van Argel of Germany. Now, Kristin Thorburn will be our next finisher.
Finishing pretty strong, I think.
You're right, she is finishing strongly, but she's not going to make it onto the podium. So the bronze medal winner last year, 4th at this stage. I think the tears are just about starting. And here comes the fast finishing world champion, Kristen Armstrong. She's not giving up without a scrap. Here she comes up to the line now, stopping the clock at 35.07. That'll be the silver medal then for Kristen Armstrong, and it means that Christian Soda of Austria finishes in bronze, but the day belongs to this competitor here, Hanke Koop van Argel of Germany. There it is, official confirmation of the elite women's time trial. Hanke Koop van Argel of Germany wins the gold medal. Christian Armstrong of the United States of America gets the silver. Christian Soda of Austria gets the bronze, and Emma Pooley of Great Britain, a very creditable ride, finishing in 8th position. Wendy van Argel, 25th.
Well, well done, Emma. A top 10 finish, which is what we targeted, so yeah, what you were hoping for. But how did it feel?
It felt dreadful the whole way around. No, I was definitely suffering, but you have to be that way. It's just about how much you can suffer in a time trial. So, and I was very surprised with the result and really, really pleased. I didn't want to say that I was aiming for top 10 in case I came last and looked like a wally, but yeah, I'm really pleased with that, and there's lots to improve, but yeah, I didn't fall off or crash into any barriers, or yeah, so I'm really pleased with how it went. Thanks.
And I think the British team are absolutely thrilled, because this gives them places, of course, for the Olympics next year.
Yeah, it gives us one place. The other one is based on nation rankings at the end of May next year. But yeah, one place is a good start. Better than none. So yeah, so I'm pleased, because yeah, obviously the more places that are up for grabs at the Olympics, the more chance I have of getting selected. So for me and for us all, it's a good thing.
In the time trial, you're on your own. Your heart bursting, your lungs burning, and the clock ticking. In the road race, be ready to battle. Sharpen your elbows for the cut and thrust. Just keep cool and hang on. Right to the line. Well, the German team can be sure that will also be looking to impress in the road race. Alongside him will be the Isle of Man sprint king, Mark Cavendish, who's enjoyed an incredible debut season on the continent. They'll all have their eyes on world champion Paolo Bettini, though his involvement in this year's event is steeped in controversy. For the women, you won't be seeing Britain's premier road cyclist here. Injury has put paid to Nicole Cook's chances. So the smart money is on the reigning road race champion, an American called Armstrong. Kristen, that is. So the American is certainly one to beat here in our first event, the women's time trial. But Great Britain has a couple of strong challengers. Wendy Hoevenagel just missed out on a medal at the World Track Championships in Mallorca and comes here having hit form just at the right time. What's key to being a good time? Passionate support. The crowd has been building here all week. They love their bike racing here on the continent. 59 countries are represented, 500 competitors, all chasing Olympic places and a coveted rainbow jersey. Olympic and world track champion Bradley Wiggins will be hitting the road against the world's best in the time trial. Joining him in the start gate is David Miller, who after a battling display in the Tour de France. Hello and welcome to Stuttgart, the 2007 European City of Sport. Already this year it has welcomed top gymnasts and athletes, and this week plays host to the world's greatest cyclists for the World Road Championships.